what I wanted to do very briefly, as I mentioned just a minute ago, is I'd love for Maggie and Garrett, and then everyone else, just briefly to share a little bit about what brought you, specifically Maggie and Garrett, to the workshop, what you guys were excited about doing, or how you got involved, or where you are in your journey, and yeah, just so, I mean, I know you guys have already worked together, but that way, the introductions that I should have made sure we did last week, at least we'll check that box this week. So how about Maggie? You're returning, so how about you can start.
Well, I'm returning, but I am the baby in the group, because I just started doing Shakespeare a few summers ago, maybe less than 5 years ago. And since I retired, I've had a little more time. And I've also been a member of the Shakespeare Society, the San Diego Shakespeare Society, and gone to their monthly readings. There's a woman in La Jolla in northern San Diego who has conducted monthly readings as well. And since then, online, there's actually a lot more. So I've been going to something 4 days a week. But I've been in the workshop before, and it just seems like, oh my gosh, I mean, this is just so incredible. We're sitting here and we're tearing apart the scripts, and we have a chance to go over it, and I'm like going, and I'm with all these real actors, and and it's just thrilling. It's just thrilling. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're thrilled you can be part of this. Yeah. And Garrett.
So just like how I came.
Yeah, just what brought you to this? Briefly, kind of where you are in your career and what you're looking for and out of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I started listening to the podcast a few years back, but I was studying at Antias with Armin. A guy had talked about how he was so inspired by this podcast, he flew from like Kansas to come and study with Armin. Wow. And I was very much like, well, if that was that good, I'm going to have to check out the podcast. Yeah, and I was just really I was really fascinated by the format of getting that chance to really break something apart with other actors who've been doing this for so long. Sometimes I'll take a Shakespeare class, and it's just like, I guess it's just really nice to be the person that has to learn the most in the room. And that was really what I was looking the most forward to. Yeah, and to make connections too. I'm kind of at that point where I'm like looking at grad schools again. So trying to figure out which schools I want to go to, and just like, brushing up on my Shakespeare before I think about that for next year.
Well, great. Fantastic. And I know to some degree everybody else on the call, but anybody else want to share a little bit about where you are in your lives, or I mean, Jamie, of course, you shared a lot last week, about your professional resume and all that, which is great. And anyone else? Michael, you haven't give you a chance to speak.
I don't know. I fell in love with Shakespeare a very long time ago. Straight out of undergrad, I went to London and studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts for their summer Shakespeare program. Came back to LA and was like doing one-liners on TV shows, and I'm like, I want to act. And then I found Antias, a classical theater company, that again connects many of us. And I got to study with some great people, and they inspired me to go to grad school and then New York. And I went to the Old Globe in San Diego. I got my master's there, and then I was in New York for 7 years doing regional theater all around. And now I'm back in LA and doing Shakespeare on Zoom.
Cool.
And thank you for having me. It's Nathan and I have known each other a long time, and I was honored to be asked to come and join. So thank you so much. This has been great. And last week was an inspiration, knowing that, oh yeah, got to really delve into this stuff and do all the work. And so it's good to be back.
Well, great. Well, I only reach out to the best, so not a problem. Angie.
I think it's ironic. I've been listening to Dakin Matthews has these short. What is that? A podcast that?
Yeah, kind of like
He
Yeah.
discusses his insight into Shakespeare, and he's a fabulous dramaturg, the best I've ever run into. But in any case, I was sort of having so much fun listening to them, but mourning the fact that there was actually nothing left for me to play. In Shakespeare's day, anyone my age was dead until and it was a boy playing her part anyway. So there's left Volumnia and the Countess in All's Well That Ends Well. Anyway, so I was feeling bad about that. And then Nathan, God love him, suggested this. So voila.
Great. Wonderful.
By the way, I did hire my coach from last time, my acting coach, and she helped me out with a monologue for an audition, and I did get a part. And so, and in England, they're letting an American come and play the part of the nurse on a small stage for a small 60-hour Shakespeare in May.
Wow.
I know. It's like,
Very
what?
cool.
Really? I almost I wasn't going to tell people because I thought, oh, this probably isn't going to happen. But I did get offered the part. So.
Once you get booked, yeah. Once you're booked, you can tell people.
Yeah, look out. You look out, Hollywood. Look out. Kevin Brana, where are you? I'm here.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I think I don't want to shortchange Gideon, but I think everybody's at least talked to you probably individually or knows you. Michael, have you ever worked with Gideon? You had never worked with Gideon.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. I might have seen you at the Globe when you were in some performance there, but we haven't worked together.
You guys are all in San Diego. Are you in San Diego also?
San Diego.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. And Jamie too. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for indulging the introduction, and I'll turn it over to our master of ceremonies, Jamie here, and you guys can get back to it.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. So, well, first of all, any insights in the last week that anybody has to share? Anything when you were working on it that surprised you, or you discovered?
Well, Ursula had mentioned that she, worked with all those great vocal people, and I was like, oh yeah, the voice work. One of which she mentioned was Patsy.
Yeah.
And I love this book. And so I started working on that and going back to the basics and doing the exercises that she talks about in this book. Because it's so brilliantly written and it is all in the text, it's just there to be mined. And it's just so much fun to play with the consonants and the vowels and the sounds themselves.
Yeah, that's well said, Michael, because, it's within the boundaries of the rules of the verse, it's endless endless mind to be mined, in terms of what tactics you use. I mean, I always talk about tactics, in terms of your strategy throughout the course of the scene, both individually as character, but also how the strategy of the scene in general, how it is structured in the language, but also how the four of you, in what tactics you use, work out what it is you need to get and what you need to find out within the course of the scene. And there's any one of infinitesimal number of tactics that you can take. And whenever I talk about that, whenever I say, talk about, this is a potential tactic that you could try here. Last week we were talking about early on. I think, Michael, one of your early lines was, "And if I do, what shall I get there for?" How you can be any one of a number of ways that can be read. So I'm just saying, you know, that's one of the things that I love about it is just that it's endlessly, you know, giving. You just keep looking and you find more and more and more. So. Anybody else?
I just wanted to add to that it takes a lot of the burden off you, because the more you look at the what he's giving you, the richer becomes your performance. You don't have to invent it. You don't have to become a poet or invent emotion, or, you know what I'm saying? You read it out of what he's given you, and it's so rich that he does a lot of the work for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anybody else?
I think it always strikes me when you go through and you figure out what some of these phrases and words mean in the times that they were created, in the times that they were written. There's just like things where you sit there, if you had not done that mining work, I think that Michael talked about, it's that meaning and that deeper feeling just wouldn't come across. And it's just, there was a lot of like those moments, I think before, like the morning before, and then also when I was working with Gideon on Friday, where it was just like finding out, I was like, oh, that's what that means. Like that's that new discovery that kind of helps me key into the scene and the characters and what Shakespeare was doing.
Terrific.
I just should say, Jamie, we did some very good work the other day. Maggie and Garrett worked with me through the play, and we I think made a lot of progress.
Oh, terrific. Well, how do people feel about just? Do you want to start reading the scene? I mean, just read through it based on the work that you guys have done, and you know, if I have some notes, I can add them. And so why don't we do that?
The whole thing from the top?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother, and so displease her brother's noontide with the Antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once, tell true even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get, therefore? Yeah, therefore.
A privilege never to see me more. And from my hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debts that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender heroic some stay.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh, devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Yeah, well, nor none in my mind now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips. Those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed white. High Taurus' snow fanned with the eastern wind turns. Thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. I mean, you both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. Oh, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as a guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Is all forgot? All school days friendship? Childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. I mean, so we grew together like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet in union in partition, two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at their words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
Oh, no, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out, out, loathed medicine, oh, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then, you left me. Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Oh, fine in faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet. Why, so, aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem because I am dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love to Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him, but he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurred me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens. Will I bear my folly back and follow you no further? Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is't that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abye it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for the fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
Hey, well done, everybody.
I was trying to think of the boys holding me back and me swinging, and I can't reach anybody.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. When I directed this, I did it as everybody was in pajamas. It was a slumber party. It was actually the dream of an 8-year-old boy who had all of the stuffed animals of the lion and the donkey and on his bed, and he had a clock radio on the side of his bed, and he set the time, and he had been reading Midsummer Night's Dream, and then you heard the theme of from Peter Pan, da 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 da, and it just kept going as all the characters came in and picked up the bed and carried it, circled it, and then carried it off, and then then you heard a ticking clock, just ticking, and then lights came up, and there was Theseus and Hippolyta and Philostrate, and they were all in pajamas. He was in like Hugh Hefner black silk pajamas. She was in this incredible nightgown, and Philostrate was in these striped pajamas, you know. But anyway, so what happened when they went to the into the forest and the fairies transformed it is that they, like huge beetles, they carried in these velour packs that were filled with primary colored pillows, and they spread them all over the space, so that when we got to the quartet, it was a pillow fight. It ended up becoming this wild pillow fight with pillows being thrown and hitting everybody. So it got to be really, really physical, you know, with it. But anyway, and the little boy, of course, was the changeling child who was having the dream. That's who he was in the dream. But anyway,
Where was that, James?
that was for the USC graduate program. Gosh, that was, I can't remember how long. Oh, 2008. Yeah, so it was it was really fun. And that was the one where I used Frank Zappa music, you know, with sort of with marimbas, you know, sort of children's piano. There was a lot of children's sort of sounding music, but it was some of Zappa's stuff. So anyway, it was really, really fun. Oh, and at the end, when they carry the bed back in at the end of the party, and they carried the bed back in, and the alarm goes off, and it's playing Peaches in Regalia, which was the song that they danced to, which was another version that they danced to at the end before the chimes go off but you saw this hand come out and turn off the clock radio, and then out popped Puck, dressed in the same pajamas that the little boy had been in, and did the epilogue. Anyway, it was fun. That was my Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, that was really good, everybody. Yeah, you did a lot of work, a tremendous amount of work. I mean, I have a few notes that I hope that I can decipher as I write these things down. But let me just go. Sorry, let me get back to my script here. Some of these I wrote the line numbers on, and some of them I did not. So we'll hope that I can find them. But
Jamie, I've got a few too. So my
yeah, go
question
ahead.
is,
Go
do
ahead.
you want me to chime in with you at the same line, or do you want me to just wait and do them all at once?
Well, I don't know. You know, how about if we just go through it, and I'll give notes from where I am in the script, and if you have any that as I'm moving forward,
Great.
if you have any behind me, you know, to add to, or you know, then we can do
Perfect.
it at the same time. Yeah.
Yep.
Just get to there. We go. Yeah, just in general, Hermia, I just wanted to say there is, as you know, and you're doing it, and I'm just going to say that it'd be great to sort of high point it, that you have this sort of sweet, sort of what I wrote, sexy, sexy babe kind of thing, attitude that you have with Lysander on occasion. You know, and the sweet, you know, girl that, you know, daddy's little girl can do no wrong. And then there is this unbelievable fierceness, which Helena talks about, you know, from your past. And that the juxtaposition of those times when you are, and I've got a few specifics there, but of when you are sort of coquettish and, you know, playing the role that, you know, Lysander loves, the Hermia that Lysander loves, and then that doesn't work. And so we oftentimes get that juxtaposed, that attitude and that aspect of Hermia with the you know, just the fierceness that she has, you know, and how raw that is. So yeah, so and let me just get this. I have cause. I said it's Hermia cause. Where is that?
It's line
Cause,
47.
oh yeah, it's right at the top.
Cause to curse.
Yeah, you need to really hit that cause.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I've cause to curse. That's the reason why you know. So you can high point that.
Okay.
The good Demetrius. You say, what's this to my Lysander? Where is he? You can try a new tactic, maybe softer tactic on good Demetrius. You know, so that we, you know, you can elicit the response that he gives you of being, you know, sort of like slightly not flirting, but just a different like softness or sweetness.
Okay.
Try and get him to tell you, and then he comes back with, you know, well, what do you give me if I do?
Well, that's a lot later, yeah, but so it's is this is on line 65, no?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but just before that, she's what?
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
She's
There's a couple
confused
of times.
and-
That's yeah. Good. That's right. Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me? That's another point where you can be a little bit
Be
softer,
soft,
and then
just
yeah.
switch.
And then you switch to out dog, out cur. So
Yes,
you
yes.
know, you juxtapose those.
Yes.
Any time that you can find anything where you do that, where you know, are using a different method, different tactic to get the information you need, and then you know,
Make it obvious.
suddenly,
too.
yeah, yeah.
All right, while we're here,
Yeah.
Demetrius, line 63. You hit the pronoun her, but I think you want to go all the way to glimmering sphere for the contrast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In other words, we're not talking about anyone else's glimmering sphere.
Didn't realize I did it. Okay.
Yeah, and then we're at out dog, out cur.
Yes.
So Maggie,
Yeah.
you hit dog more than out, and I think you need to hit out. And the reason I say so is the line begins with that sound out,
Okay.
and it also ends with that sound in bounds.
Okay.
So you can use that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the other thing. I pray thee, tell me then that he is well. This is line 79.
Okay.
Um, I was, as I was hearing you, you know, you've already gone sort of back, the softness, and then, you know, it pisses you off, and that, it has to be him that's killed Lysander. Why else would he have gone away? But I think this is kind of a genuinely sincere statement of, I pray thee, tell me then that he is well. You know, just tell me that he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though you don't know where he is, or if you don't, just tell me he's okay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes back with and if I, you know, however, you know, Michael wants to take that, but it does imply that he sort of comes into you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, physically, that's what I would do, you know? And Michael, you might want to, you know, I talk about, you know, bear with me because I'll get these, but you might want to come into the camera just a little bit closer on, and, you know, and take a little caesura there, you know, pray thee tell me that he is well. And if I could, you know, what should I get there for you? Just come in a little bit closer to the camera. And then Maggie, you can come into the camera, you know, a little bit closer. So it's so we get the idea that you're coming in like this, and a privilege never to see me more, you know.
Give it back.
And then you know, like pull back and let him have it with the next part. Okay.
Okay.
Good. While we're here,
Yeah.
Maggie, line 74, doubler should just be 2 syllables, not 3.
I keep doing that.
And
With doubler tongue. With doubler tongue.
Adder did it for with doubler tongue. Yeah.
With doubler tongue. Okay.
And I want to reiterate what Jamie said about the fierceness, because in line 84, 85, 84, Demetrius says there's no following her in this fierce vein. So that means the stuff that comes before, somewhere in what comes before, the fierceness has to appear.
Yeah, 2 characters refer to your fierceness, both Helena does and Demetrius.
Okay.
You know, it's some interesting things of what the circumstances bring out in all of, you know, like I'm going to get to this a little later. I'll talk about the guys, but with, you know, Helena, that, you know, there's a kind of, even though there's something pleasurable about the way that they talk about you. Nobody's ever talked about you this way before. And so despite the fact that you believe it's all 3 of them making sport of you, there's something about as it goes along that you actually get slightly more conceited. I mean, you think of, you know, the tables being turned, you know, that Hermia is the sweet girl who can do nothing, but she's actually quite, you know, who has all the attention, but she's actually quite fierce and very, you know, sort of conceited. And you are not. You're more plain, you know, because you've never had that kind of attention. Now you're getting all this attention, and it's getting heady. You know, well, I have some specifics about that too, but there's something also quite, you know, thrilling about, you know, having all this attention, you know. So there's what, Gideon?
I was just going to say, there's a way of saying, stop doing what you're doing to test whether they really mean it or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In the hope that maybe they really do mean it.
Yeah, and there's, you know.
Angie, you're muted.
It's hard to do that without physicality.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's just something about I was thinking about this too, about, you know, you are the center of attention, all of their attention.
Oh, I know.
Really. I mean, I know Hermia's going after Lysander and wanting, but it's all about you. So, and that is something that's never happened. Which explains a little bit why you go on and on and on, I think, why you talk a lot. Okay. Here's Lysander.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I just want to say while you're paused that
Yeah.
Lysander, Garrett, you brought out the rhymes really nicely.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Talked a lot about rhymes the other day. So
yeah, the rhymes were great. Yeah.
yeah,
So I just would like you to try something, Garrett, with this. Is that, why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. I'm crying. I'm weeping.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about, how do I, the thing about Lysander's sort of self-assurance in the beginning, and that, he has the, Hermia's father's, no, not that, anyway, just a kind of, what am I trying to say? Self-assuredness that is shattered when we see him coming in tears, telling Helena, I'm not making fun of you. I sincerely, desperately love you. So I think there is something about the depth of the emotion in this first speech that sets up why it is that you are in such, what's happened before you've come into this scene. So you are, really kind of coming in devastated. You're not understanding me. Why would I be crying? Please, look, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. I'm telling you the truth. Look at me. I'm a mess.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is great because, we offset that if you're really falling apart trying to explain, and Helena comes back with, you do advance your cunning more and more. That we offset the fact that she believes you're making fun of her. And it's not, so does that make sense? Am I articulating anything clearly?
Yeah, I think I get it. To play with the depth of emotion, to play the
because
with more sincerity in that line.
Yeah, the more
I'll play
and
with it and tell me if I'm hitting it on.
Yeah. I just think you can play with a deeper sense of like, please, whereas Demetrius loves her, not you. Yeah, that's Lysander. Yeah, here it is. It's line 39. This is one pronoun I think you can hit.
yes.
Right.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you. So
Right.
you the antithesis of her and you. Okay. Demetrius. When you wake up, right? This is a place where I think, because Lysander says he loves her and he loves not you, and you wake up and you immediately love Helena, right? So I think there's value in taking time with the seeing her and saying the line, "Oh, Helen," just give it a little caesura, give a little beat, before, so we see her. We see you take her in. We see, and you're looking at a goddess and a nymph. You know what I mean? I mean, she's divine, and really, I want her, really sexy, the sexiest woman I've ever seen, And throughout that speech, give yourself time to be inspired, so it isn't just a sort of a fait accompli, but she is your muse. She is, suddenly inspiring you to, to articulate the gloriousness of her. You know what I mean? So you're coining it in the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
How, he says, how, what can I compare you with? He's trying to find words for this amazement.
Yeah, I mean, it's just jaw-dropping. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it's gobsmacked, poleaxed, just
Great word.
yeah.
Right there, I just want to suggest 142 to 143 that it's an enjambment, Michael. How ripen show thy lips. Do you know what I mean by enjambment? So it runs on to the next line, so you don't pause at the end of show.
Okay, gotcha.
So you follow through on the thought. And while we're talking about enjambment, I want everybody to listen to Angie's enjambments because they're just fabulous. She is a textbook example of how to say an enjambed line. Thank you.
So one of the things also about the end of your speech, this Princess of Pure White, this seal of bliss, as that speech builds in gloriousness and awestruckness and absolute sincere, never seen anything in nature like this before, that it sets up the juxtaposition of oh spite, oh hell. The more that speech builds, the more we undercut it with oh spite.
And it's the same letter. Seal of bliss ends on all those S's, and then we get oh spite.
Yeah.
So it just goes absolutely contrast.
And Angie, I think you can take just a little pause after he finishes that speech to just take that in and then go, oh, yeah. And the other thing I wrote down is that the later in this speech, the O Trim exploit, a manly enterprise. That you can really go sarcastic with that.
Yeah.
You can really just let it drip with this is great, guys. Yeah. Yeah. You can really let that this is not, you're no gentleman. I mean, this is awful. Okay, here we go. Demetrius, faith thou dost not know.
178.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know.
Before
Yeah.
you say it, line 174. Demetrius, you put in an A as a guestwise, but there's no A. Guestwise is an adverb there.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
You can get, I think, Michael, a lot of mileage out of disparage not the faith thou dost not know. Nobody has a deeper faith. Nobody is more in love than I. You don't know what you're talking about. You can really set that up.
Yeah.
And abide.
Exactly, or you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
And to thy peril, because this is the first implication of a threat. And there's something where it just sort of drops in the seriousness of this, that you can really lay that in quite directly, quite adamantly, really, you don't know what you're messing with. You don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And if you do question it, your life is on the line. Yeah. Okay. Hermia. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hermia's entrance. This is. I think this is a. For me anyway. And Gideon, This is to me a difficult transition.
Yes.
Right here, because oftentimes you see, Hermia run in and just grab Lysander, and put her face up, to him, and there's something, because it sort of all stops so that you can say this speech about hearing his voice and all this stuff. And I would like to add, I think, an extended. I know it's not in the script, so Gideon, I don't know how you feel that, but I would like to add an dark night that from the eye his function. Like I've been listening, I've heard his voice. Is it this way? No, it's this way. No, it's that. Here he is. That I hear him. So we have sort of an extended that leads into, dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick. And I think you can maybe you're so grateful that you found him that it is almost like what is that called? Logorrhea, where you're vomiting words. So it all comes out in one burst.
Okay.
Now it really, really quick. Dark night from the eye of his function takes the ear more quick. It has to be clear, but it really has to be like, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. You know why? You know how I found you? I could hear you. I think I'd like to try that anyway.
Okay, I'll try it.
And let me just add to that. The 4 line, we talked the other day about those 4 lines being kind of
Yeah, they were supposed to be more general, and then she gets really
generalizations and platitudes.
Science.
But I want to piggyback on Jamie by suggesting that she's been wandering around in the dark looking for Lysander and can't see where he is. And suddenly she hears his voice. So she is making herself feel better in a way. She's suddenly excited because there's hope again for the first time after she thought he was murdered and she couldn't find him. So she's tying herself to this natural phenomenon, which is like a miraculous thing, right? You can't see, but it sharpens your hearing. That's why I've heard him. Things are better. I'm drawn to him now by his voice, even though I can't see. I couldn't see where he was. So it generates some of the excitement that Jamie's talking about.
Yeah, I think that's right, because nobody can get a word in edgewise, because it's all coming out with such, it's such a relief. But go ahead. Just up until you say, sorry, mine ear, I think it brought me to thy sound, and let there be a beat.
Yeah.
But why did you leave me? It's like that, I still don't know why you did that.
Yeah, this whole thing about having been murdered, that's over with. She doesn't have to worry about that anymore. He's there. And she's still she didn't hear any of this other stuff before. She doesn't know that, right? Is there any sense possibly that they see her before she sees them? So as they're going like, there she is. And as she's like, oh, she's real, you know, she's kind of real. Then she's kind of walking up to it. And then when she says this little speech, it's like she's kind of excited, but she probably hasn't quite seen him yet. And then when she gets to this, oh, that sound, that's what
yes,
brought me.
I've seen that done, and it does kind of work when somebody when you make that entrance and all three of them look at you sort of like neutrally, and then you launch, Hermia launches into this. And yes, it can. The only thing that's hard, we can't get in the Zoom is
no.
Everybody.
I'm just saying for my sensibilities to kind
Sure.
of try to think of it that way. Okay.
Yeah, but I do think there's something in the relief of it.
Yes.
And then, you know, it's like we can let that hang, that question. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
She's just real
duh.
puzzled.
You know, Garrett can just simply, well, because why would I stay with you when I
why would
love
I
has driven me, took me someplace else? Why would it?
Okay.
You know, am I supposed to have a special feeling for you?
Yeah.
You know, am I supposed to have any care how you found me?
Negligible right there. She just
yeah. Just to, you know, why would I? Why would I stay?
Now this is also my next line. I know that there's a kind of a general sense in Shakespeare to use the questions very what do you call it, legitimately, but isn't there a little bit of a sense of a rhetorical question in this for her? I mean, because she's like, why would Lysander leave me? I mean, Lysander's not going to leave me. So
yeah,
can it kind of be,
he says that love, his love, in the next line, Lysander's love. So why?
Well, yeah, the line later, right?
Yeah, but he said, why should he stay whom love doth press to go? So that you can't understand. What if he loves you? What love would take him away? So you can make it a real question.
And you can make that question, you know, like, I mean, another tactic is, you know, sweetie baby honey pie, my baby baby.
What
why,
love?
you know, but why? And you know, why would you go? You know, so I mean, just like, you know, give me a kiss. You know, like it's so good to be, but you know, so that. So that could be like the beginning of what love could press like that. You know, it's like, well, you know, there's something to that about it. The growing, both. Dawning realization. It takes you forever.
Yeah, it really does.
Get it. You know, it does take you forever. You know, to like put it like, this is real. What? You know, because I have a series of notes here, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You know, what are you talking about? You know, I don't get it.
She doesn't understand. I mean, maybe you're talking about where she. Anyway, I'm getting ahead.
Yeah,
so
we'll get
there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But however you want to go ahead, Gideon.
I just want to say part of that is because this is a result of magic. And we're all, in a sense, in that state. How can this be? How can this be happening? Are there fairies doing this? Is it love juice? What's going on here? I mean, we have that in general. And she is in the middle of it. And she doesn't know about Puck and Oberon and the flower. And so it's completely bewildering.
Well, it's not that, I mean, she missed all that, the other conversation too. So even though they're kind of saying it, she's still coming in from, I'm just coming back to my boyfriend, right? You know?
I can't wrap my head around this.
Right.
Because literally the world is turned upside down.
No matter what they say.
Yeah. Helena. Let me just check real quick. I don't know, Angie, how you feel about this, but I wrote down, lo, she is one of this confederacy, as a bigger realization. And, you know, is there any gloss? I know that what we have for punctuation at the end of that line is an accent mark. But is there ever, do you know, Gideon, in any of the text that you have, is there a question at the end of that?
I don't think so, but I'll check. Let me look.
Well, those first three lines strike me
Oh,
as an
I don't see any
aside.
question. Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. They are, but even though they're an aside to you, sort of a spoken subtext, it still is like she's part of this. You know, just like again wrapping your head around low. You know, I mean. That's why I asked if there's any gloss that has a question mark.
I don't see any question mark, but I think Angie, you can hit the she instead of the low more. In other words, the shock is you've been dealing with this confederacy of these guys trying to mock you. Now she comes in, your best friend. We're going to hear about how you're all one, you know, heart together for all these years, and now she is making one of them to make fun of you. So it can take all the energy of recognition in that. And Helena doesn't have any other explanation immediate to her of why Hermia would say that.
Yeah. And then you proceed in the rest of that speech to sort of take her to school. And you talk about your relationship with all of these metaphors of how close you are, closer than men, closer than any, you know, we have a bond that is, you know, goes beyond, anything else. We grew up together. We know each other. And I think there is a kind of I'm trying to say a sweetness as this, so that it's not all an indictment of her, but that there is a shift that happens. And I think it's in after to bait me with this foul derision is all the counsel that we have shared, all the times we were together, we shared each other's deepest secrets, you know, and I mean, I visualize this as a moment where you go off alone and you are sitting together and you're, you know, how could you can't do this after all we've shared, after all we've been through. You know, so that and reminding her of how, of just how close we were, and how special that bond was. So I think it's a slightly different tone that then at the end doesn't get necessarily too chastising, but I mean it's not friendly, it's not maidenly, you know. And then a sort of warning about it, and she doesn't know what you're talking about. But do you know what I'm saying, Angie? Does that make sense?
That sounds like you're saying that Helena is really more bemused than absolutely sure that that's what Hermia is up to.
I think you do, without question, suspect that she's part of the Confederacy. You just need to take her to school to remind her of what it was we shared together. How long we've known each other. We did this together. We were like this and we were like this.
But you're suggesting you wanted a question at the beginning and now you want a softness in it, which means that you're suggesting that she doesn't quite believe that what she said is true.
Yeah, I suppose what I meant by the question is a rhetorical question. Not necessarily.
I know, but a rhetorical question is still not an assurance.
Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? It sounds to me like what you're telling me is she's not quite, she doesn't quite believe it yet.
Yeah, yes. And if it is true, this is what the consequences are. Our sex as well as I, when may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury. Yeah. I mean, I think you are needing to, it is hard to believe that she would do this based on the relationship that you have had over these many years. And let me remind you of it.
Let me try what
Sure.
I think I understand from what you're saying.
Okay.
Can I just say something about the structure of the speech? You sort of mentioned it, Jamie. It starts out in accusation until the derision at 202. And then she goes into this memory of what they've meant to each other, in a sense, trying to compute how these two things could go together. And she carries herself and us away, and trying to persuade or remind Hermia of what they've shared. And then it comes back to the accusation. Will you rent our ancient love asunder? And then she goes back to the accusation. So the accusation sort of brackets this this recreation of what Hermia's actions seem to be undermining or destroying.
Yeah.
Well,
and especially,
let me just try it once with the idea that
Sure.
she's trying to figure it out.
Sure.
I just wanted to say at line 207, Angie,
Uh-huh,
Hermia like two artificial gods.
uh-huh.
Think of the T in two and the T in artificial as related to each other. So I just meant bring out the T in the word artificial.
Okay,
You sort of swallowed it, and I think you can bring it out, and it makes it more pointed.
great.
Also on 223, is that right? 223, why did I say H?
Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking. Go ahead, Gideon.
No, it's not. I'm not in the right line, so I'll find where it is.
Yeah, Angie.
Uh-huh.
In line 206.
All
when
school
we have
days, friendship, childhood, innocence.
When we have chid the hasty foot of time for parting us, I think maybe there is mileage in the O is all forgot. Because that sets you up to talk about, how the specifics of how close you are. But it's like, I think there's something there about. I mean, did you forget all? Is that why? Have you forgotten all this? Yeah, I think you can really take your time.
That's the title.
Yeah. Oh, is all forgot, exactly.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, ancient love. Where is that? That's at the end of that speech?
220.
220. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I've heard that line a million times, but I heard it differently this time. And will you rent our ancient love asunder? Ancient love. It's like, that's how far back it goes. And it seems as if it's not just the ancient love between Hermia and Helena, but the ancient love of women together aside from men, away from men. Because you mentioned that, and there's something about the depth of the love profoundness of woman to woman, that is beyond it, so that you can really, that's even more so, you know, why this is so incredulous, why it's so, you know, like,
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Okay, what's the, oh God, I wrote down the, all right, Hermia, I scorn you not.
About this one, where you want the emphasis.
Where is that?
Yeah, 225, 226.
226, yeah. Yeah.
I scorn you not.
yeah,
It's
I
okay
mean,
to
like,
put it on the not.
Yeah, I think that is well, and also, yes, but also just like, what are you talking about? You know, again, I mean, why are you bringing up all of this stuff? And I'm, why, you know, it's like I don't get it. I'm amazed at your words, right?
That line that we're talking about, just bring out the stresses in the regular pentameter and you'll hit it.
Yeah.
Scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's all right built in.
Yeah. 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 But that's another one.
But she's not angry yet though, right? She's just confused.
She's consternated.
She said, I scorn you not. What? Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And while she's talking, she's remembering the sweetness too. She's thinking, yeah, none of this is not true.
Nothing's changed. I mean, but what do you?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to put it together, and it seems that you, by saying this to me, that our sex, as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury. What are you talking about?
Who's
it seems like you're
injured?
scorning me, not the other way around. I mean, it's just like, you know.
Injure you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found the line with the H's I wanted to point out. Angie.
Yeah.
It's line 233, not 23, 33. Wherefore speaks he with an H this to her he hates. All those H's are, you can use those to get the huffiness or the whatever, I don't know what to call it, exasperation.
Okay.
They're supporting you in that.
Angie, this is a line starting at line 230. I think you can get some mileage out of that he called you a goddess and a nymph, divine, and rare and precious and celestial. It's not just a goddess and a nymph, but it's all of those things, you know, and that you know, even though you're saying he's making fun of you, but it felt pretty good. All of those things, you know, like you can really like kind of, it's heady stuff to be called a goddess and rare and celestial. So I'm just saying you can, you know, you say all of them. So
in other words, I absorbed all of them.
Yeah, and you kind of, you know, you're giving yourself away that it felt pretty good, you know.
Good. That's
or
good.
if he'd meant it. I'd like to believe it.
I'd like to believe it, and he said it to me, and you know, he said Demetrius said it to me. You know, he called me a goddess. I just, you know, you kind of get carried away with it, and you know, and then it's like, what? Yeah. Okay.
Good.
240. I really think you can be like on Hermia on I understand not what you mean by this. I've seen this. I've seen this sort of thrown away, you know. I understand not what you mean by this, but I think this is the height of your frustration, you know. And I think you can really go to town on I understand not what you mean, but what is going on, you know. I mean, I think you can really, you know, let that fly. I don't know what you're talking about, you know. I mean,
think
it's so frustrating. Yeah.
I think it'll help to do what we said, which is hit understand,
Yeah.
instead of not.
Yes.
I have it marked in my pages, but when we got into the scene, I went ahead and just did it on the screen.
So the pentameter there's the
Yes.
iambics are going to help you support what Jamie's saying, and then in the Helena at line 240, I think this U is a trochee, so it puts a lot of weight on the word, on the syllable, first syllable in pity. Bum, 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 bum. I think that'll help you drive that last line.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, it's like you're banging your head against the tree, you know, it's with each. I understand not what you mean by this, you know. Just like I can't, so lost about what's going on, and it's so frustrating. Angie, on say line 245. Oh, you could play with this. I'll throw it out, and you can, you know. But there may be a little bit of sort of false melodrama in the end of it. You know that. Because it does seem a little bit just partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Yeah,
you know, I'm going off.
I did touch on that.
You did. She did.
Yeah. You can really, you know, sort of use that speech to play the victim. You know.
Right.
Okay.
While we're there, Angie, you said mine own fault, but it's my own fault.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Line 248.
Let's see. I've got 285.
Okay, hold on. 276.
Oh, okay.
Hermia. I think this.
76. Okay.
Yeah, 276. I think this is another trochee. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you not jest? Is that what you
Because we
mean?
know who you're talking to, so it's not so much the you, it's the jesting that's the shocker.
You that didn't sound like it? Do you
Well,
not jest?
I want you to try it. I heard you say,
I thought I did just then too.
I heard you say, do you not jest?
Okay. Do you not jest?
Yeah. So just
Okay.
try. You have the option to do it either way, and I want you to know that. That's all.
But this is also when it's really, I mean, finally, she's starting to actually take it seriously. Like, oh my God, could this
You mean
be
you're
it?
not joking?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And then at 280, Jamie, I don't know where you wanted to come back in.
No, go ahead. I'm at 285 is my next
Oh, okay.
note.
So 280, Demetrius, you hit the your. I'll not trust your word, but it's the antithesis is not his word and someone else's. The antithesis is word and bond. So it's I wish I had your bond, which is your guarantee, some collateral to hold, because I don't trust your word.
Right.
Clear?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I have a substitute for
Ethiop.
Raven's Claw.
Raven's Claw.
Raven's Claw, because it's both. It's dark and it's also grabbing on.
That's good.
Cool. You want to try that, Garrett?
That's very good.
Away you, Raven's Claw. Yes.
No
Okay.
ethnicities maligned.
Yeah, the only one I could
but it's
remember
dark.
was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's perfect because it's nature. He does that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. 285.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hermia.
there's a bunch of questions.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is. What did I write here? Turn on the sexy.
Oh.
You know, I mean, really work.
Oh,
you
I
know,
see.
the thing that you know that he loves about you. You know,
Didn't we just get it on?
I mean, you know, just like really, really use that, you know,
Oh, baby.
but I mean, let's see, since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then? And then there's a shift. You left me. You know, it's like you left me. You know, you keep coming back to that. You keep coming back, and now it's not. It wasn't Demetrius who killed you. It wasn't. You know, you left me in the woods.
In earnest, in earnest.
Earnest, shall I say? You know, you left me.
Yeah, this is when she's getting it.
She's getting it. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to do this, and then you realize, no, wait a second, I was left alone in the forest.
I just want to add right there that you're switching are you not, and it's are not you.
Yeah, I did that every time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Looking straight at it too.
Okay.
Are not you Lysander? Are not you Lysander?
Hermia, are not you Lysander? It's
Mhm.
almost
Are
aren't
not you?
aren't
Am
you?
am not I Hermia? Are not you? Okay, thank you.
So
Sorry,
it's
I don't mean to
it's
take.
the same structure for both phrases.
Correct.
Am
Correct.
not I, are not you.
Yes.
So Garrett, on 291,
Yeah.
when she says, "In earnest shall I say," spell it out for her.
Great.
I mean, really, I mean, I would have you sort of grab her head and right in her face and say, "Be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer."
Okay.
Part of
I
no,
don't. I'm not
you
joking, man. I hate you, and I love her.
Right.
I mean, this is as cold as it gets. I mean, it's
Okay.
just really spell it out for her. Because then she's going to turn. And she turns on Helena.
Yeah. She's been taking so long to get the point. That
Yeah.
now just giving every synonym you can think of for the same thing.
Mhm.
Oh, just all piling it up. If she doesn't get one word, she might get another one.
So you think the reaction might be from Hermia, just fall into a puddle of tears, you know?
No.
Well, you know, and there is the beginning of that with maybe the "oh me,"
Yeah.
And
then a sharp turn to absolute fierceness and really use you juggler. I mean, just, you know, dig into that word.
Yes.
You know, all of you, particularly you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief. I mean, you just let her have it, you know?
okay.
Because he set you up for what we think is going to be poor Hermia's, you know, just gonna, you know, she's just gonna collapse and then boom.
Helen is not going to be surprised.
No, she's seen it. She's seen it. Yeah. And the rest of that speech is just as, you know, really, really fierce. 340.
Wait a minute.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
304. Hermia.
Of course.
When you said why so, you were
Yeah, I messed up
fudging.
again. Go back again for that. Yeah.
You were fudging. You couldn't decide whether to really make it a question or the statement. So I just need you to decide what you want to do with it.
Right.
I don't
And
think it's a question. I personally think it's, oh, that's the way it is. That way it goes.
So, that kind of thing.
That's
Okay.
that's my sense, but Jamie might have another, but whichever you do, you got to make it clear. You can't.
Where are you? Sorry, Gideon,
line
where are you?
line 304, puppet, why so? That way goes the game. So we talked about this, Maggie and I. the
Yeah,
other day.
I know. And I could not understand the note I wrote.
Oh, that's
And so I was like, "Bah," you know.
So I'm just, the other thing is that the inner id, sort of that both you. We have this wonderful speech of Helena's about how close you were, like two cherries with one stem, and how this ancient love that we shared. And now where it really lives starts to come out. How you really felt about each other, how manipulative you were, that Helena thinks that Hermia was,
And vice versa.
and vice versa, just that other thing is coming out, so palpably. I mean, I have in 340 the sorry, real quick, just for Angie, that speech. Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. I mean, it just sums up in 3 lines where that whole long speech you have about how close you were. This is where, in 3 lines, you completely dismiss all of that.
Well, she was a bitch too.
Yeah, she actually was a bitch. Yeah, so there's a lot of that, particularly in this section where that shifts. If I can, so that also I didn't. There's not a lot of. I haven't given a lot of notes to Demetrius and Lysander in the course of this. And I think the next time that we look, I'm going to look a little closer at it. But there is something, I don't know if I talked about display. Did I talk about display at all in fighting and culture and all that?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, in all of nature and in every warrior culture, there is something that's called display. And in certain cultures, and a number of cultures, it has to do with the clothing that is worn in warfare to intimidate your opponent so that you seem more fierce. That's where war paint comes from. Headdresses, to look more fierce than your opponent. It's a display of power and intimidation. This is true with animals as well. When you have 2 bighorn sheep who are going to fight, they will circle each other and display and try and intimidate before they attack. If you've ever been in a bar and you've seen 2 guys sort of get into a confrontation, it's usually guys. It's not solely male, but you see it a lot with guys. You'll see guys puff up. They'll be in confrontation with each other, and their chests get real big, and they do this kind of action where they're doing this. It's sort of an aggressive move, but not really hitting you. That's also display. And there is a lot of this in this scene, I think. Where there is implied, I'll kill you, and in my opinion, anyway, most of it is actually display, because neither of you are real fighters or real, killers or real, neither of you are come from that kind of culture or come from that background. So I just want you to think about tactics of whenever you're in this confrontation. I gave you one particular, Michael, where you say you don't understand the faith, whatever that line is, but where you do imply a threat, but subsequently it isn't until you actually go. I mean, Hermia grabs on to Lysander, but there's something about the way that you confront each other and threaten each other which is false. It's true in what you say, you mean it, but the actual, we don't see you go at each other. We don't see you, it isn't until the end. And I also suspect that I'll go with you cheek by jowl. Well, let's just see who goes first. So there's a pause. And then you both go at the same time, or you slowly go off, because neither of you are going to give quarter, but neither of you really want to fight. Does that make sense?
More
Yeah.
Benvolio than Tybalt.
Yes, exactly. So I would just say that out to there. I think that's everything I have.
I got two more very brief ones.
Sure.
Demetrius 339. I think you want to hit shall. Try it.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Yeah, try it like that and try it the other way and see what you like.
Okay.
And then Hermia, the last one I've got is let me come to her. You can hit the two. In Shakespeare's language, to him means attack, like sicken. So you can say it, let me come to her, but I think it's stronger is let me come to her, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, I like that.
Starting with a trochee and then turning to an I am, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, and that's actually the thing is that the only person who actually is violent is Hermia, right? Sweetest girl, daddy's little girl, and she actually tries to claw her best friend's eyes out.
Yeah.
She's coming for my man. I mean, come on, all bets are off.
Yeah, I know, I get it. It's like, I mean, that's another juxtaposition is, and will you side with men, over our ancient love? And well, as it turns out, yes.
And so would you.
And so,
And so have you. She thinks she has.
Yeah.
She thinks she's done it. You did already.
Yeah. So, yeah. What?
I had a question.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I might have said this to you, Gideon, I'm not sure because I didn't write anything down, but at line 344, because she said, she says a little again, nothing but low. And why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Well, I mean, is that just a vestige of her, a sense that Lysander, even though, he's told her this, she seems like she's gotten it, but this is this vestige of thinking, aren't you going to come in here and defend me? Like that, it just seems, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why does she ask him still for anything?
Yeah, that's right.
It's just leftover. It's a leftover habit.
Yeah, where is chivalry?
Where's your manliness defending me from this attack? And he has to repeat himself. Get you gone, you minimus. He has to call her name.
It just seems funny to me.
Yeah.
It seems funny to me because didn't she already say my nails can get to you? Like she's already implied that she can scratch this person's eyes out, but she's saying to them, why aren't you defending me?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. They're holding you back. They're holding you back from you killing her, and then why aren't you defending me? Smack,
Like an 8th grade girl.
Yeah.
I'm kind of think of it like she's a little gymnast. And so even though she's been this little thing, it's like this can blow anytime. But okay,
yeah,
thank you for that.
I think all three of them are scared to death of you. They're terrified. They haven't seen anything like this. Again, it's just frightening. When you finally get it and when you go off, I mean, it's just, wow.
Okay.
I think Lysander's never seen this side of her before.
Don't you forget it, buddy.
Lysander hasn't.
If there's one thing he remembers after he loses the fairy juice, it's going to be her anger at this moment.
No, that'll be gone.
It'll be gone.
I promise. Happy ending to this play.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Oh. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to read it again, or
say it from memory.
or say it, or do you want to digest it and come back, or what should
No,
we do?
let's read it again.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Did you actually come down for a decision on line 304, Jamie, when
Oh.
she says puppet and then why so? Should it be why so?
Oh.
What do you want? I'll try. I can't promise. But sometimes what I think I'm doing and what I'm doing aren't the
Well,
same
I
thing.
always think of it as the why so is like, okay.
Why so?
Okay. That's the way it is. I see
okay.
it now. It's like, all right. Yeah, I get it now. I see.
And it can even be a question, but it means that, like, oh, that's the way it is.
Why so?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In other words, it's not why is this happening? It's not why is this? It's the why is not a question. The why is an expostulation. But the tone of voice can be either, oh, that's the way it is. Or it can,
That's where we're going. That's where you're going to take it. Oh, yeah, okay. That's where you're going to take it.
Why so?
Or it could be, oh, that's the way it is, like with sarcasm.
Yeah.
Either way would be fine. But
Either way is good. It's just, but it is a little like I see it now.
You got to commit to it. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Don't throw it away. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm still not getting.
Well, try it. Do the line for us. Let's hear you do it.
Well, yeah. She called you. What?
Puppet. Say puppet. Why so?
There you go.
Oh, that's all? Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's not it. I see.
Yeah.
Even
And
the
then,
word.
I can give as good as you give. You're going to call me a puppet, well, I'm going to call you a tall.
Why so? Okay.
Awesome.
I do apologize. I have a little bit of a time constraint tonight. I just have to clock out at 5 till.
Okay.
Oh, well, let's read as far as we can. How's that? Can we do that?
Sounds great. I do apologize about that.
No, not.
And she left us. Oh, right.
Where'd Angie go?
She's not in the scene yet.
She's not in this.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
I'm going to enter.
I get it.
enter.
Sorry.
She's going to apparate into the scene. That's what I
gotta remember to shut myself off too.
All right. Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'ershoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon the whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once, tell true even for my sake. Hast thou killed him? Oh, I'm sorry. Durst thou look upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from my hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, a while I will remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay if for his tender here I make some stay.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's, will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? That crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure, congealed, white, high Taurus's snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise. To conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will to till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned. And now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena that more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? It is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have shed the hasty-footed time for parting us. Oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler sitting on one cushion, warbling of one song, both in one key. As if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. And so we grew together like two a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet in and union in partition, two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face and made your other love, Demetrius? Oh, even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This support well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta clock out.
Bye.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I will see you when I see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on and have me read Lysander or stop?
No, sure. Why not? Why not? Yeah, let's just keep going so we can finish it. That'd be great.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If you say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Away, you raven's claw.
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar, out. Out, loathed medicine, oh hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia?
Am not I.
Oh, am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then, you left me? Oh, gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Woe me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she's something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Good Hermia, be not so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love to Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens, will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is't that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
But too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress, all this coil is long of you.
I will not trust you, no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
Oh, that's terrific, guys. That's terrific. That really started to pop.
Yes.
It really did. It was just so fun. Michael, remind me, I have an idea. I'll go with thee cheek by jowl. I want to just hold it for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you both exit at the same time. If we can get you to both leave the meeting on a beat where you just are frozen, looking at each other, and then go out. We'll try and do it so you go out at the same time.
Awesome.
That was excellent. Angie, one quick little note. In your speech to Hermia, and will you side with men, whatever that line is, but hit the men.
Okay.
You know, so we juxtapose women and men.
I know I forgot the big O before the night thing too, by the way.
No, that's okay. Really, guys, that was so fun because it really started to pop. It really, the juxtaposition of where you go, how fierce Hermia gets, how ugly it gets at the end. It was really fun. It really was fun.
Angie, do you have, after I say you mistress, all this coil is long of you, do you have nay, go not back?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, did I jump it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I
no,
wasn't sure.
you jumped the line. That's okay.
I did not mean to.
It's
I'm
there.
sorry. Yeah.
I have a question. I have about 5 notes. I'm willing to stay and give them, but if people want to go,
I can stay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I've got to go because Ursula's making dinner. I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Michael, can you stay for 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Michael, I have one note for you as well, just before I go. think about how you say Helen or Helena.
Okay.
What is the quality of how you, that is different the way you say her name to any other word? Just play with that idea. All right. Hey, guys, I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week. Have fun.
Great
bet.
work.
Really
Great
fun.
work.
It's really great. Well, you guys, great work. Bye-bye.
Bye. Angie, just one thing. At 1:38, in my mind, I think it just means as I think or to my mind. You know what I mean? It's not that it's sitting in your brain. It's just none to my mind. Now you give her or.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're hitting mind instead of my, and it just wasn't reading to me. That's all.
Oh,
That was-
okay.
That was my only note. You were just fabulous. I love.
Well, his note to slow that down and find it out later was great. It
Yeah.
gives air to that whole section.
Does, yeah.
It's good.
Okay, Hermia, line 321. Oh, you're taking a whole lot of time on lower hark again, but it completes the pentameter of the previous line, Helena's, that I can match her. And so I have a feeling that you want to jump on this.
Okay.
Lower again? Let me at her.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know. She doesn't have anything after that, but it's that idea.
Yeah, instead of
Yes.
making each word.
Lower, hark again,
Yeah,
or just hark again. There
I-
she goes again. Okay.
I think that'll work. Okay,
Okay.
ladies, you're free. You can welcome to stay. I want to work with Demetrius for just a minute. We'll go backwards from the end because that's where I am. Demetrius, I still want you to try hitting shall. I'm not going to force you, but I want you to try it to see what it feels like in that line.
I did, but I will try it harder.
Let me give you the line and let me hear it again. Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Yeah. So when you say she shall not, it's like almost an imperative. Like I'm determined that she shall not. It's not just future tense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the difference between you shall go and you will go. Okay, and then at back up at 147. At 147, you said princess, and we want 147. This princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, you said princess. I don't know why, but I think I can help by suggesting that the P's in princess and pure are echoing. So P and P, princess of pure, and then the S's at the end of princess and seal and bliss are all there for a reason, all those S's. You're raising us and yourself into this bliss, and Helena's going to blast it with the same letter, oh, spite. So you want to set her up for that spite. You want to set her up with the S's. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get kiss, princess.
Two S's at the end of princess, too, so.
That's what I mean. You got S's at the end of kiss, princess, seal, and bliss. But the S's come in whether you hit the syllable or not. And I think there's no reason to mispronounce the word. So anyway, try it, see what you think. Okay, that first speech, 84 to 89, I haven't worked with you before, so I want to give you my metaphor about archery, and then I'll let you go. In archery, if you're shooting any distance, you got to aim up, so the arrow gets to its target. If you aim straight at the target, it just plunks down to the ground. Shakespeare's sentences, Shakespeare's phrasing depends on getting through to the end of the thought. My image is that the audience falls through a trap door if you put pauses in the middle of a thought or a middle of a line. So he gives you the pauses where he wants to. And what I was hearing in this particular speech was a whole lot of pauses that that made us lose the thread. Do you get what I'm saying? So my note is not to bring in a pause where there isn't one, but go for the end of the thought and see how that feels when you do it.
Okay.
Great. Do you
Yeah.
want to do it for me, or do you want to check out?
I've actually got to get to my kids right this
Okay.
second there.
Okay, great. So I'll see you next week.
But yeah, no, that's just, I'm still working through that particular one anyway.
Okay,
Because it's the metaphor of the banking and the owing and the paying and the tendering and falling asleep and being tired at the same time. So
Correct.
I was playing the tired part.
there's a lot
and
going
the
on.
fun part, so I'll
I
work
know.
on it.
So I just think, for example, if you go from so sorrows heavy to oh, it starts on an O and it ends on an O, and make that one thing, then you don't have to work as hard. That's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah. Cool.
try it. Work when you work on it, try it. Having said that, I want to say great work tonight. Really good.
Thank you.
Very
Yeah, everyone else has left, but no, it really excellent work by everybody.
Yeah.
It's been very, very enjoyable to listen to, and just to see how it continues to grow just in these last couple hours. It's
so
great.
good tonight. Really listening to it that second time through was just a joy. So
Yeah, absolutely.
good work.
Guys.
All right. Well,
I'll talk to you soon.
yeah,
Great.
we'll see you guys next Monday. Have a great week. And
See you
Gideon, I'm sure I'll see you a lot sooner than that.
I'll see you sooner than that.
All right. Have a great night, Gideon. Thanks
Thanks
again.
for doing this. Okay, talk to
All
you
right.
soon.
Bye-bye.